It was on the morning of 4 December 1893 when the battle ensued. It started with what has been termed the Victoria Incident of 1893, where the white settlers sought confrontation with the Ndebele as a way of gaining access to their abundant gold deposits. In so doing, they confiscated their cattle that are said to have been kept by Chief Bere of Maswingo, with emissaries from King Lobengula led by Mkandane Dlodlo and Manyewu Ndiweni being killed and beheaded. Their heads are said to have been among those of other chiefs taken to England. War broke out thereafter, albeit with fatal consequences on the Ndebele's prime regiment known as Imbizo when it lost the Battle of Gadate on the 1st of November 1893. With the defeat of his best soldiers, King Lobengula knew it was time to flee, and the north provided a refuge. The settlers went after him with their invading party coming from Fort Salisbury and Fort Victoria under the command of Major Patrick Forbes. Local tradition was exercised with rituals done which allowed King Lobengula and his entourage to cross the dry Shangani River, upon which it flooded after they had crossed, but this was not before a troop of 34 settler soldiers led by Major Alan Wilson had also managed to cross. With danger looming as the settlers got closer to the king, the Ndebele warriors' bravery was called to the test, as they had to defend their leader despite not having the appropriate training to deal with the artillery used by the settlers.
So they attacked. The Ndebele are armed with both assegais and throwing spears, plus these maritime guns. They had got possession of these Western guns, not only the Martini Henry, but other types of rifles. But of course, they were not trained properly in aiming at that time, and so a lot of bullets were going to waste, and the men would just stand and fire. But a few, yes, did know that you seek cover under some tree. This is why when you get to Pupu today, you are going to find, or the time that I went there first time, you could find some pock marks from bullets that were being hit by these Ndebele soldiers.
The entire white party was killed by the valiant Ndebele warriors, a victory said to have played a pivotal role in motivating later freedom fighters to soldier on, despite the environment not being conducive.
I think it was a source of motivation. But what is important is to appreciate continuity of the struggle. We should never imagine it was the first resistance. The first resistance to white penetration, to colonization, starts in 1893. The events that I've been narrating, that's when it starts. And the Ndebele referred to that as imfazo yakuqala, imfazo yamuva. Today, some people may want to call it Chimurenga, but it becomes Chimurenga 1 for the Ndebele, but they never called it Chimurenga. So imfazo, fazo being a term that refers to deaths of a large number of people. The second one is what in Mashonaland they would refer as Chimurenga 1. For them, it is the start of resistance. But for the Ndebele, no. Resistance had started in 1893. So in 1896, the Ndebele rise again. On March 20, the Shona joined in about July of the same year. Then that's when we say 2, they say 1.
The battle at Pupu spoke of the bravery and persistence of the sons of the soil despite all odds seemingly against them in their quest to protect their sovereignty. Although the tide of colonization could not be stopped, the victory at Pupu served as a reminder that the settlers were not ultimate supreme but could be defeated, leading to the 1980 independence that saw locals gaining their freedom through the barrel.